Нет, я продолжаю играть в Banishers Ghost of New Eden. Да, я отвлекся на пару месяцев от нее. И, кстати, вернусь также в ближайшее время и к Ведьмаку третьему. Вот. Что там еще получается у меня? Ну, King's Bounty буду продолжать играть. Я, может быть, в промежутках какие-нибудь маленькие, бесплатненькие игры буду тестить. Вот. Сейчас, естественно, мне даже управление надо вспоминать, но я думаю, что я вспомню. Игра классная, ее надо пройти. Тем более, что большие игры нельзя забрасывать, как у меня Oblivion. Я дважды начинал. И вот сейчас новую винду ставил. И я опять сохранение все удалил. Но уже третий раз начинать стримить Oblivion я уже не буду. То есть, вернее, все, что я уже, если буду играть, то Skyrim. Ну что ж, продолжим.
Where are you? Oh, there.
Try to find a way across.
I'm on it.
Oh, Vardy.
We need to look for somewhere to cross.
Vardy, come back to me.
gonna stay down. Die, you bastard!
Я не понимаю, что туман не рассеивается.
A peaceful place. In different times.
Before the nightmare's influence, you mean?
Let's reach the fort and a fire and warm you up.
These remains call for a ritual and a lot of caution. Here lie the bodies of Ethel and Benjamin Bligh.
Nice gravestone. Must have been wealthy. There's a path here. Let me. Spectres are attacking the fort.
Siege no ground! Take them down!
One more for me.
Not now, Abbott!
Two more.
Hold position! Make each shot count, for we have not many! Hold fire! That fellow's not dead!
Who is that?
Shepherd, I said hold your fire!
I feel like a bloody target practice. Have a bit of this.
Чё, пока не привык
You're in its sights, Red.
к управлению, это туплю.
That corpse is taking aim.
That corpse is gonna shoot.
Try this on for size. Why do I get the feeling that we're sitting ducks?
Call on me.
Hold there! None in, none out. Not living nor dead.
Name's Red McCraith. I'm obviously a banisher. Open the door there. I've business within.
Your business is, if you'll excuse my articulating the evident, not my business. I have my orders. You can't come in.
I hear you, friend. What's your name?
The name's Andrew White, and you seem a pleasant fellow. I like a Scot, me, but standing here, I'm on duty. And when I'm on duty, I'm not your friend. Listen, mate, folk in here have problems enough, and I can't be disobeying orders. Either priests or Pennington would have my guts, and I fancy neither.
Who is this priest? May I speak with him?
Him is a her. Helen Priest ain't here. She's on an excursion to the outpost, searching for supplies. Now, you want to lend a hand? Mrs. Priest and her party are overdue. You can't miss the outpost. It looks out across the valley. If you could find her, and make sure she doesn't die, you'd surely gain her favor. And favor, as they say, opens doors.
Get in a fight and find your boss and dig her out of whatever hole she's in. All right. I can do that.
They have Spectre troubles. Let's first clear the nearby nest to relieve the fort, then deal with the missing.
How holds the fort?
How holds the fort? Precariously, that's how. Our strength dwindles, and we'll soon run out of powder. Priest took Williams and that other fella, and off they went, scavenging for supplies. They've not yet returned.
It's dangerous out there. The scavenger may easily become the carrion.
Heard any good scuttle lately?
The dead are coming, and you want to gossip. I admire your sang-froid, and that's the Lord's truth, but now, sir, is not the time.
Right. I'll likely be back.
Find our friends, Banisher. Or put them to rest.
I'll try. Soon as I take care of the Spectre's nest, I'll go looking for the outpost.
Death knocks at their gates.
Come on.
No wonder they won't open.
They don't have a choice. Another attack may overrun them.
The nest might be near. There's a trail to follow in the snow. More coming.
Come and get your breakfast, boys. The devil take you! Never-ending spectres. The fort will run out of powder.
These pests don't spring from nowhere.
Stuck.
Looks like you're walking.
Looks like.
Great! More fun.
Heads up! That's it. That's the place. Fill in the hole. Bury them all.
should buy the fort a little time.
Let's hope it's not too late for the famous Mrs. Priest.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
Something's here.
Hidden.
Help us, please. We have a survivor. Come.
I suppose we should follow.
Aye, he said survivor. Let's hurry.
This one's not been dead long.
Let's hope he stays that way.
Looks like they were taken by surprise.
If there's a survivor, they're not here. We push on. This is locked from the other side. According to our map, the treasure can't be far. Think you could take on a ghost? This isn't over yet. Get out of there!
Try this.
Hurry! She's being overrun! Come on!
I love doing that.
boat is shot!
Behind you!
Think we've pissed it off.
Watch out! Spectre possession. Ask for help if you need it.
I'm fine. Stop fussing. A timely arrival. You'll be Haskell's Banishers. Thank you. Thank you both.
You can see me.
Clear as day, just as I can see. This is my husband. I am Helen Priest.
Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McGrath.
It is rare that the living can see the lingering dead.
All I know is one day I woke after 7 long years of grief, and my Sebastian was back. It was as if my prayers had at last been answered. That was enough for me.
In times of danger, I am duty-bound to protect the woman I love. You understand?
What was it like for you? After my own death, I floated outside of time, without knowing what was happening to me.
Floating outside of time. Yes, that's exactly it.
True love finds a way. That's all that matters.
We found the rest of your men outside. They're gone. I'm sorry.
We were overrun. I sent Matthews and Williams with the supplies to race for the hoist.
This was a risky expedition. But Helen had no choice. If the survivors were to rely on Pennington alone, the fort would have already fallen.
I suspect that's so. Sometimes difficult choices must be made. That's courage.
All the courage in the world will be worthless if those in command won't match it.
Pennington did this while monsters relentless besieged the fort. But make no mistake, these men's deaths are on the captain's conscience. If he has one.
How so?
7 years ago, a plague came to New Eden. Pennington quarantined the sick in the mines, walled them up. They were dark times. Hard times. None knew what the morrow would bring. We all lost much. Too much. As second in command, Sebastian volunteered to stay. Walled in with the others, he held out the longest. He died a hero. And now the Forsaken are rising. They demand revenge.
Who would blame them? I watched them die. Soldiers and miners, sick and hungry, begging for help they knew would never come.
Captain Pennington has much blood on his hands.
I'm sorry. You've been through a lot.
We have. We are, and will persist till we prevail.
We should get back to the fort. We will escort you.
I'm afraid I locked us in when I broke the latch.
If there's a way out, we'll find it. a little push to open up a path.
Impressive. You Banishers are quite something.
That's all her. I'm just the help.
A Banisher marched with my father's infantry. Good for morale, he said.
Soldiers usually carry their ghosts with them. War is good for our business.
I take it that's how you met. I know a soldier when I see him fight.
I never worked for the army, but something like that.
We'll come back for you, my friend.
My sympathies.
You should stay with Helen if you want to enter the fort.
This for 2 miserable powder boxes. How low has Pennington brought us?
If you didn't like him, why did you follow him?
I followed his reputation, but he's no longer the same man.
What would you do in his place?
I'm doing it. He sits behind his walls waiting for them to fall, and I'm out here fighting to live. We're fighting for our lives. The captain is in the way.
These internal conflicts are a risk for the stability of the fort.
A necessary risk for the survival of all. But I agree. This must end. You may leave the crates. I'll send someone back for them.
Yeah, the path should be quiet. We cleared the area of the Spectre's nest.
Well, that's a relief. Follow me. White! Open the gates!
Priest! What are you lot waiting for? Open the gates!
Go talk to Pennington. Make him understand, if you can.
Where can I find him?
He hides in his office. You'll find him there.
Where are the others? Williams and the other chap?
Matthews. We were ambushed. They fell.
May God have mercy on their souls.
There's ammo in the elevator. Send Shepard and Abbott to bring it back.
Good day to you, miss.
Miss? I'm the Hunter Flora Abbott, and I never miss. You?
It is rare, but I've been known to miss. Red McCraith, Banisher.
I heard about you when you first arrived. Is your friend not with you?
She died. She's with me in spirit.
Sad to hear it. I have nothing clever than that to say. If you need anything, well, I probably can't help.
So you hunt for the fort? Are you part of the train band?
I serve, in my way. Before the curse, I traded with the people of New Eden. Meat and fur, bartered for whatever they had that I needed.
How did you end up in New Eden? You won't mind me saying that you're not like most people here.
And yet, I am a New Englander. Born on a farm not far from Boston, but always preferred the wild. So I came to New Eden. In time, I came to love it. It's cursed, and I'm still here, aren't I?
What do you know? Tell me about your day-to-day.
If I did, would you listen?
Talk to me of Captain Pennington.
I've worked for worse. I'm able and I give him no trouble. In return, he makes sure I get none. He respects me. That makes him an excellent judge of character, don't you think?
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
Not my favorite person, if I'm honest, but in the fight against the dead, she's an asset.
How are you yourself?
I do my work and do it well, though few notice.
I'll take my leave of you, Flora.
I'll not stop you. You can't kill it, but you can slow it down.
We need to find the key to open this.
You're new. From where have you sprung?
Name's Red McCraith, a Banisher, come from across the deep blue sea.
You look a landlubber to me. You should feel right at home. John Rumble.
Are you a married man, John?
Aye, to Abigail. I count myself lucky. Are you married yourself, Mr. McCrae?
Marriage wasn't for us. But I suppose you could have called us man and wife.
No, you could not.
Marriage is a union conceived by men. Men are fallible.
Do I detect a hint of regret?
Regret? Oh, I've no regrets. She's a fine woman, my wife. I'll not say a word against her. Not a word, sir.
What's the word round here?
Look around you. We're barely hanging on. You'll have to be Miller to enjoy this.
The merchant?
Aye, the freedman. He's the only one who'll leave Fort Jericho with more than he came with. Some people have all the luck.
What can you tell me about Captain?
What about him?
I don't know. Is he a good commander? Do you like him? Does he have secrets, that kind of thing?
If, say, I thought him a blockhead, then I'd not say so. If, say, it was my wife's stupid idea for me to join the train band, I'd not say...
Can you tell me anything about Helen Priest?
A bold woman, clever too. I'll be glad to take her orders.
I'm interested in Sebastian Priest.
I did not, but I know the lieutenant's name. He died a hero. Call comfort to Helen, no doubt.
May you prosper in good health, John.
He that does good is of God. How often, Abigail, must...
Please excuse my husband. He really is.
Red McCraith.
Are you indeed? Pleased to meet. Thanks to you, me and my husband should...
You and your husband prefer...
I have a roof above my head. My belly is... We suffered for many years.
Do you not find it dangerous out here? Just the two of you alone?
I thank you for your concern, but we live how we live, and it makes us quite contented.
Your husband won't mind us talking?
No. Why would he? We are faithful and trustworthy.
She doubts your intention.
No need to worry about me, ma'am. I'm spoken for.
Good. We understand one another. My husband and I are very close.
Then you have my admiration. Sustaining such closeness takes much tolerance and hard work.
You don't know how good you've got it.
Anything?
Ferdinando Miller has been the talk of the town lately. He has had much good fortune. I like the lad. He's polite, helpful, listen.
What's your thoughts on...
He gave John a job. That was good. We hadn't worked since we left the Bly place. He saw John's promise and gave him his chance. I'd say.
Helen Priest...
The captain trusts her with his life. So do I. John adores her. I like having a strong woman.
I'll let you get back to your day, Matt.
If you need anything.
How often, Abigail, must we have this fight? How often must we argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well. I hear a hoggish harridan, a narrow nag, a selfish shrew.
One of these days, I shall poison your soup.
And the day before, I'll take you to the highest cliff and push you off it.
Captain Pennington.
No time, no way out, no hope, no way in. No time, no time.
Captain Pennington, sir.
Mr. MacWraith, you live.
There's work to be done.
Work? You had work. A mission. To bring one last glimmer of hope. To gladden our hearts before the pit takes us all.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
The job is done. There's no more hope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit. Welcome to the last stand, MacWraith. Welcome to the end.
I wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen Priest. We brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
Hardly. We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps? You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror. The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
It is if you will not act. You're the officer, take command. Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
You sound like Priest. She has changed. Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene has, it seems, reopened the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
You must at least try.
We lack much, yet we are still alive. How is that, do you think? We hold to the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you, and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
As the commanding officer, you must...
The lumps and bumps can smooth themselves.
Why did you come to New Eden, Captain?
Far from the many wars we fight, you mean? I'd shot enough Frenchmen, and more than enough.
Did no one come with you?
Keep to your business, son, not...
It's just, there's a portrait hanging on the wall.
I had a wife and daughter once.
Tell me more about yourself.
I did my duty and had the fortune to return alive. That's all.
I thought that too. I was wrong. Silence allowed my ghosts to prosper. 'Tis good to tell our stories.
If ever I do tell, I'll not be telling you, son.
Fair to say your tactical retreat from New Eden town.
The town was doomed to fall to the curse. We disagreed on everything. There was nothing left to do but leave. No Smith gathered the board and the governor let the affair flock to him. We never agreed on anything in the first place.
The new Smiths are holed up in the woods, planning soon to leave for Boston.
They may leave for Boston, but the curse will follow. The curse will...
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the king's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it while you're here.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival, haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful spectres.
Behind all the shit, there's something else. Something darker. Could be worse. Could be underground.
Good day, sir. Nathaniel
Mr. Sather remains to be seen. Red McCraith. You seem a chatty fella.
We see precious few new faces around here. You'll forgive me if I use you.
Tell me about yourself. Share your business.
I'm from Boston. I love it very much. So much more lively. A fine mix of convivial, the music, the colour and the splendour, the dance of commerce, the flower.
What are you doing here then?
I'm the shop boy. When the store moves, I move with it. Old man Ingersoll opened up a general store in Boston back in 78. Then he married Beth. I came with them to New Eden, intending to quickly return. But Mr. Ingersoll died. They took me on when I was just a boy. I've no family. All I have is my top.
You have, as my granny would say, the power to talk the back legs off a two-footed donkey. But I bet you listen too. What do you hear here?
Oh, little of interest. Pennington has signed John Rumble to the train band. I believe John was down the flooded mine. That can't have been fun. Maybe the militia will be...
Huh? You never know who'll take to soldiering.
You say that, and I defer to your experience.
What can you tell me about...
The captain? I've not a single bad word to say about that. His depth of experience is inspiring. Although I shudder to think what they'll... But we should respect our elders. We should listen to their point.
What do you think of him?
I'd put her in charge if I could. She's bright, trustworthy, thinks for herself. People here are desperate. They're sick, they need...
More generally.
It's cold. Our clothes are inelegant, the walls are drab. There's no music. Boston isn't much of a city, but I miss it.
You can paint a turnip red, but it still won't be an apple.
True, but stack enough red painted turnips about the place, and even the dour...
Tell me about yourself.
I'm from the...
What are you doing?
I'm the shop boy. I came with... They took me up.
I must go.
And I think...
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll.
A comb. Very funny. Red...
I met your friend, Miss Duarte, briefly, and I'm so sorry for your loss. She seemed
And she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
Tell me about your store.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand, but before Natty could return home, my husband died. Then...
You never wanted to do anything else?
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who...
The shopkeeper must hear everything.
You assume me to be a gossip monk.
What can you tell me about...
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's store is good for the fort.
What can you...
I like her. Though she's impetuous. Thinking about it...
More generally.
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you, but Ingersoll's is open, so all is...
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir.
I must take my leave.
Thank you for your visit.
Good to see you.
Our folk do.
Well, they're farmers, most of them. Shopkeepers. Fighting fit in my arse. But the fight's not fair.
That's wrong. But we're doing our best to...
Wherefore the paradise of New Eden, mate. Mind you, if we stop digging...
Had any good...
I'll spill it if I have it.
We've no...
In nigh on 20 years' service, I've not met a commander more efficient. Nor... But that was then and this is now. He's not the man he was. Wow, she's like her husband. She reminds me of my old mum. The Queen of Topsfield.
As you were, soldier.
Banisher?
Shall we trade?
I rather think we...
I must.
And make. May God go with you. Greeting.
Widowingers. Shall we trade? I'm a...
Thank. Greeting. I rather think we should...
I must...
And may God...
Ну что ж, на этом я сегодня заканчиваю. Всем пока.